Tonight's City Council meeting calls for leaders to support a Gaza ceasefire resolution. Some City Council members have expressed support for this resolution, which is being spearheaded by Council member Stanley Martin. The resolution would urge state and federal leaders to push for a permanent ceasefire in Gaza. Martin says it's important Rochester stand with Palestinians. As she says, thousands of Palestinians have been, quote, brutally slaughtered following the Hamas attacks on Israeli civilians in October. Councilmember Mitch Gruber says he's seen a number of notes from people in the community claiming the resolution is largely anti-Semitic.
I want to be incredibly clear that I think the individuals who are arguing that it's anti-Semitic are taking talking points from the Anti-Defamation League and the Jewish Federation, not actually reading the language itself. Every council member can choose to do what they want to do, but I think it's very important to be clear as the lone Jewish person on council that I do not think what Councilmember Martin put forward is in a bit, even there's a shred of anti-Semitism in there.
But as the meeting was wrapping up, protesters demanded to know which city council members signed onto the resolution, and some refused to leave, staging a sit-in. Willie Lightfoot said at tonight's meeting he supports Martin's resolution. Otherwise, it was unclear who did and did not support the resolution because it doesn't require an official vote.
I do want to note that the resolution that is before us related to the ceasefire is a memorializing resolution. It is not something that goes through a vote. It is a signature, and council members have the opportunity to sign on until the end of today, so midnight.
Talked to a lot of individuals from the Jewish community, and something that was very important to me that I didn't want for anyone to be hurt. And I was really hoping that we could get to a place where we could have 9, because I did sign it and I am signing it.
I don't know how this vote is going to turn out. But I do want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you, Councilmember Gruber. I know it has not been easy. I know you've also been pushed and challenged and been extremely sincere in how you've approached this. So I'm very grateful to you, and also, of course, the community. Like the way you all have showed up with power, with conviction, with just strength. Thank you. I'm so happy. Ceasefire now.
At this point,
Who's left?
sign
it. Please sign it.
You work for us.
I can tell you right now that there are 4 members of council that signed. And
Will
there
you
are
guys
5 members
stand
of
up?
council. No, we're not going to do that.
Y'all are going to take until midnight. We will be here until midnight.
We need you to speak to us. We deserve that.
Is there any other comments on that?
Ceasefire now!
Okay.
Ceasefire now!
So there's no
Malik Evans, you posted in support of Israel. What about the over 30,000 Palestinians that have been killed
Ladies and
by an
gentlemen, we have to call
apartheid
the Urban
regime?
Renewal Agency to order. We have a piece of business for the Urban Renewal Agency.
Do you have any words for
So we will take a brief recess.
Which line do you have in mouth?
Stop the occupation.
be here as long as we don't know.
Okay. They have decided to end the meeting. So it's beyond the recess. The meeting is over. Okay? Listen, please. So, they have, as they stated, as the president stated, they have until midnight to sign the document, okay? We don't know who may additionally sign or who may not sign. We will know by tomorrow morning, okay? So what I'm going to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to do tonight, I know you've been waiting for months. I understand that. I feel that. We feel that, okay? However, what I don't want to see happen, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to see nobody go to jail. I don't want to see nobody else hurt. I don't want to see no additional pain inflicted by us.
Well, neither do we. That's why we want to stop them.
Listen, my brother. I hear you. Trust me, I do. I wouldn't be standing here.
Jail to the people that are dying. Who cares? Take me to jail.
Sir, I understand. But listen, that's not going to help our cause.
It will. Election's coming up.
Willie, if your family was in Gaza, bro, you wouldn't be asking us to leave.
But listen, no, I don't.
Ceasefire now!
Ceasefire now!
Until otherwise.
Willie,
Okay?
Councilmember Lightfoot.
I understand that, and I'm not asking you not to do whatever you want to do. This is America, and you do whatever you so choose. I'm just sharing my heart with you. That I pray that nobody has to.
We appreciate you,
Not have to go to jail.
Thank you for the suggestion.
Have them sign it now. Have them sign it now.
We need to do something, and we need a social media blitz. That's all they listen to when their constituents is on their asses. We can scream all we want to.
I'm being told that right now, City Hall is closed. Okay? So this is telling you what's going on. It's telling you what's going on. So what that means, we know what that means, right? So that means they want everyone to exit the building, right? This is what I don't want to be a part of. I'm serious.
Then ask your cohorts to sign now.
Well, see, all of that's not gonna. They're gone. You understand what I'm saying? So none of that is going to change.
If they don't
That.
want us arrested, they need to sign.
He's still here.
It's not a big deal. They can text.
Respectfully.
I don't.
No, I understand. I was just telling you once again. I told you what I was told, and that's all I can do.
And we appreciate it.
Respectfully, I'd like to thank you guys, and if you guys don't want to be a part of this, you can leave. But I think the rest of us are going to stay no matter what.
And to hear Dr. Gruber say that tonight was very refreshing for me. Because that's the few emails and calls that I did receive from some of my Jewish friends had that type of tone to it. And
like that it's not anti-Semitic?
That it was, right? Or that that this was supporting Hamas or terrorist organizations, right? That's what I was told, but to hear one of the co-workers on that to say that, you asked me a question, what was it that was, what was it?
What's holding it up?
that was the only thing that to me, that was in the way. So once that was said, that's why I'm very optimistic. Why they didn't want to do it publicly.
We know why.
My name is Mr. McIntyre, and I am the Director of Security for the city. First of all, I want to welcome you all to City Hall. I understand your calls. Unfortunately, the meeting has ended, as you all know that. However, I am not kicking you out of the building. You can hear it. The meeting has ended, and I'm not in that position to say what's going to be signed or when it's going to be signed, but I'm just going to, you're welcome. But I ask if you eat, if you can take your meals out in the hallway just for the sake of the carpet and not stains on the carpet. So, but I'm not kicking you out, but you can go in the hallway and have your meal. No, that's not a trick. That you know, come on. We're going to leave the door open. You can go out and have your dinner, lunch, snacks, or whatever. Thank you.
So, God bless you. Hopefully, before 12 o'clock, we'll hear the news that more than one came over. More than one. He says you got to speak those things that are not as though they are. So I'm putting that in the atmosphere that more than one will come over before 12 o'clock.
Yes.
All right? In Jesus' name.
It is so good to be in space where the people have taken over the people's house. Now, 12 o'clock was the timeline that was set that they will make a decision. But there is no guarantee that that decision will be publicized. So what we need to agree on is that at 12 o'clock, we will dissemble. Are we all good on that?
No.
We will leave this space, go home. Excuse me? They're not going to publicize it. That was the deadline we set.
No, that was the deadline from the
6th. Let's make the seats. So, good? Yeah. One more tour. Okay. I'm free. You all are going through. Yeah. I'm gonna get some water first.
I'm hopeful because I think they want to do the right thing. Hopeful, what's realistic? I'm a very optimistic.
I was just about to say, Stanley is optimistic.
Oh, yeah.
The house could be on fire and she will stand here. We're not gonna
See, I'm all about realism. I'm not a realist. I'm hopeful.
I might have found
okay.
Well,
So is it? I mean,
they're calling
it might. but it might not.
What do you mean?
And I feel both. I feel so strongly like, yeah, that is.
Oh, it might and it might not.
Yeah, say that.
It
Say that.
genuinely may or may not.
Like, for real, in my past, and it literally my
May
past.
also not pass.
Like, that is how I feel. It sounds like it ain't gonna pass. It sounds like a night. It sounds like a night. So, they might surprise us. They might.
But for sure they have to go by 12 or they don't have to.
My understanding is they have to surprise by 12.
Oh, okay.
Because my understanding was that they were supposed to vote by 5. But they changed it. It was on the go.
Okay. And so, but either way, they're not gonna make it public, so we won't know.
I think they will have to let somebody know something.
Something.
Yeah.
How would you know?
How would I know? Yeah. Because at 11:59, I'm gonna start phone banking my colleagues.
Where do they have to put it? Like
Online, maybe. This hasn't happened before, right?
Right.
Around this memorializing resolution process. I think this is going to create a better process. Unfortunately, like, we're not always prepared. Like, thinking ahead.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Because usually the whole really stop.
Also, you coming back.
No, we was Kim needed us to walk with her, and we came to walk with her.
Some folks are doing me. Thanks very much. I'm not even gonna get a plate because this is all right. No, I'm just kidding. Wait.
Vincent is having a good time.
Hi, Vince. Vince, can you sign the resolution? Vince, we need you to go.
That'll be the signature that everybody goes.
Yes.
Vote for me, city council, real quick. Everybody doing okay?
What are you doing in
Everybody okay?
2045?
2045, I don't know.
No, 2025.
You're retiring.
I'm 60 years old, man.
You're a baby. You can't retire. You know no one's gonna do this for you.
Nobody gonna do it like this.
Not like me.
They ain't gonna be able to handle this.
We found out that his wife is like pro-Palestine, and she's been posting about it on Facebook. So we screenshotted it, and then we're gonna repost it on Miguel's.
Got back to me.
It's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing for Rochester to not have already passed a ceasefire resolution when every other major city in New York State has passed one, and not just passed one, but passed a stronger resolution. Because the resolution we have proposed says that we stand in solidarity with our Israeli community members, which is not something that's in any of the other ceasefire resolutions.
So should we even be standing for this unless like they
Unfortunately, it was the only way to hopefully get 5 people to sign on. Mitch Gruber said to put it in there. And so if he does not sign it, I'm going to propose that we actually put forth a real ceasefire resolution that's just as strong as every other city's and find a way to get that passed without Gruber. Because it's absolutely disgusting and embarrassing for the city of Rochester to not have already passed one.
I personally want to thank you for just keeping the building in order. Everybody ate their pizza outside. There's no stains on the floor. So again, thank you so much just for your participation. And again, good luck. Yeah. Sign anything, but good luck.
What day are you? How are your signature forging skills?
This is a nice semicircle of folks, because so we want to make it look like the place is packed.
If you're gonna take one for sneak a chair. Yeah. It's just for.
There's one more sign back there that needs to be seen, sorry. Anybody can grab that sign.
I can't see anybody past this. I mean, I can go wider with this.
Yeah, y'all should like.
Oh no,
I came here
Students.
actually.
Stop talking, please.
Okay, sorry.
Bye.
All right, guys, so we've not gotten an additional signature. There is a possibility that we can get one more. We're in conversation right now. And it's likely that conversation will last until midnight. It is nearing midnight. For those of you, to be clear, some of the people here plan to stay past midnight. We are uncertain of what happens staying past midnight. If you are unable to do that, you should feel empowered to leave. You should feel empowered to go. For those of us that are able to stay past midnight, I am not one of them. I do have an obligation that is not reschedulable that I have to make tomorrow. So I don't want people feeling bad for not being in a position to stay if they're absolutely unable to do so. But can we see a show of hands of who here is able to stay past midnight?
For how long exactly?
Whatever works for you, bro. Whatever you could do.
Okay.
Well, we may not, we don't know what could happen. Right.
You may not need to stay past midnight.
We may not need to.
Okay.
And if we do stay, you could be arrested.
There's a possibility that if we stay, arrest is an outcome.
Okay.
Thanks, Mickey. Yes. So I will be back as soon as I have any more information. If you need to leave, please feel empowered to do so. Otherwise, I'll be right back.
Thank you.
For me? I mean, I know you said it's clearly a religious theocracy, Israel. That's something that should not be.
Yeah, exactly.
Better like this or like that?
She had color guard, and I was so glad when I saw this. I was like, thank you, Jesus. This
To deliver the news that we've been waiting for, which is that it's a no.
Okay. It's a no.
It's a no.
It's a no. It's a no. City Council has chosen.
Shame
All
on the city
five.
of Rochester. Shame. Shame.
Miguel Melendez, Mitch Gruber, Bridget Monroe, Mike Patterson,
Voted
Lachey
out.
Harris,
Voted out.
all had an opportunity to stand with the resolution that we all knew and agreed was not anti-Semitic, that stood in solidarity with the Palestinian people, that called for an end to the ongoing violence and aggression undue upon them. And they all chose not to do that. But that doesn't mean that what we did here today was in vain. Today we let the city know who owns this hall. So whose room is this? Ours! Whose city hall is this? Ours! So we're not done. This doesn't stop here.
Oh no, they won't forget.
They won't forget, and we don't stop. We keep going. So y'all know, End Apartheid Rock, FTP, DSA, follow these pages. We are going to keep you posted on what we're doing next. We are not stopping. We know that we have the constituency that is asking for this ceasefire. Council decided to show up and not do their job today.
Shame. Shame.
Council decided to show up and represent their own personal interests and their own political careers instead of what we had made very clear of our demands.
Shame. Melendez called for a ceasefire twice on his own Facebook.
It said in one of those posts that he came into city council and he personally called for a ceasefire in October.
Shame.
Shame.
So like, and his wife is also very pro-Palestine. I'm like, I don't want to be in that marriage therapy session that's going to be happening
What we are doing is we are maintaining our promise, which is we will be taking up after ourselves. We're gonna clean up after ourselves. We said we were gonna stay here until we got an answer. We are staying until the very last minute at 12:15. We are going to be escorted out and we will walk out together. This is not done. This is not over, and we will be back.
And shout out to the legislators who did vote for the ceasefire.
So listen, thank you again. I can't say thank you enough. I understand that, you know, things weren't
Mic check!
Mic check! To what you got. But I made my promise that you could stay until 12 o'clock until you got an answer. May not be what we want. However, I thank you for a peaceful sit-in, and I ask that as we leave the building, we leave this building peacefully. And again, you're not being extracted from City Hall.
I know that's right.
We're just walking out together. Understand? Mr. McIntyre is not kicking you out of City Hall. We're not trespassing you. We're just going to walk out together. Is that okay?
Yeah. Will you trespass these flyers tomorrow?
Can we name the council members that did vote since this is being recorded?
Yeah, once again, the council members who did not vote. I'm not ready to call out, excuse me. So those that have stood with us today were the 4 that stood up when asked to. That is Councilmember Smith. Councilmember Martin. That is Councilmember Lupien. And that is Councilmember Lightfoot. The People's Council. And we're going to show the rest of the 5 what they need to do to make sure that they stay in our good graces. Because they will fear what happens if they don't.
And I want to say, the best way to show them is to show up and vote. So remember, when it's time for these folks to run for office, which is very soon, let's remember where they stood on this issue.
Vote them out!
Vote them out! Vote them out! Vote them out! Vote them out! Vote them out!
Vote them out!
Especially Patterson.
Especially Patterson.
So we just want to end by saying, I'll see him in the street.
Mic check!
We just want to end by saying a massive shout out and gratitude to all of you. Y'all really did y'all thing.
Yes!
Y'all came out ready. Y'all came to talk hard and y'all knew what needed to be done. And we've been here and we've been holding our ground for over 6 hours. And best believe, if necessary, we will do it again.
Yeah!
We have no qualms about shutting down every council meeting until we are heard and until our demands are answered. So best believe, I hope this is going on the internet, and I want all council members to know their feet are to the fire. And we hired them. We elected them, and they're in office because of us. Therefore, they will answer our demands, and that's just how it works.
You know that all of these issues are so interconnected, and I just love the fire that I feel in the energy in this room. Y'all, the next crisis that is on the agenda is housing.
Yeah.
It is housing, and we need y'all to show up. We are in a crisis. Literally, black men are being locked up at alarming rates, and black women and children are being locked out, evicted at alarming rates. There's also the bid that is happening. They get another opportunity to do the right thing, but they don't do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. They do it because we put pressure on them. So please continue to show up. Okay, I'm done talking to say my thing, but that's it.
All right, so we got about 5-6 minutes. Let's get our things together. Let's make sure we're leaving this place the way that we want to come back to it, because we are coming back to it. And let's go.
Because we own this building.
We own this building.
Thank you.
I can't do it.
However, we are undeterred, we are more united than ever, and we will keep fighting. That's right.
And we heard from the only Jewish standing council member today that he himself does not believe that there's any shred of anti-Semitism represented in this document. We've known that from the start. We've been working with Jewish folks in the community since day one. But to hear the council member himself say he doesn't believe this resolution reflects any shred of anti-Semitism is confirmation enough. This resolution stands on the side of justice, and it stands for humanity, period, both Palestinians and Jewish people alike. And so for there to be any refutation of this document is absurd. And we're disappointed, but again, we stand strong in standing behind this ceasefire resolution.
Right on.
Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! It's not over, y'all.
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
The last question that you need to be asking is you need to be asking Councilmember Miguel Melendez, Mitch Gruber, Bridget Monroe, Mike Patterson, and Lachey Harris why they did not sign yes to this ceasefire resolution, if they support the genocide, the ongoing aggression against the Palestinian people of Gaza, and if they stand in solidarity with apartheid. Those are the questions that we have yet